Welcome to Talladega Superspeedway qualifying underway for the Fleet Cup Series, 911fleetservices.com, part of the Sidewinder Racing Leagues. More information, check us out at dgsracing.com. Click that big red snake, that'll get you to our Discord. You can sign up to run any of our 9 different series. So we watch cars head out on track. This 39 new paint scheme for Horton this week. Got the black and gold theme going, looks nice. Horton was the first one out on track, so we'll ride along and see what kind of lap time Horton can put in. Talladega, of course, one of those super speedway style tracks where the Cup drivers have famously said before, even a monkey could get out there and drive it around the track. It's all about how the team prepares the car. Takes forever to get the first lap put in. Go through the tri-oval. This is where the start-finish would be at Daytona, but they put it all the way down here for Talladega. First official laps come in. There you go, just ahead of teammate Horton. Mike Edwards, first lap to the top. Then Cleaver jumps up to the top. Could be that matte black paint makes it go faster. See what kind of times they're able to put in on their second lap. A lot of the field won't qualify and will start in the back intentionally. Which is funny because they can't all start in the back. Someone's got to start at the front. It's Cleaver to the stripe. Lap 2 is slower for Cleaver. He'll stay at a 53.28. Lilith Peters and the Steve Park throwback. Thomas Green jumps up to the second position on his first lap. See how Peters does on lap number 2. A bit slower for Peters. Will stay third with a 53.288. Ethan Evers on his first lap goes 53.27. A lot of speed out of the 8 dockside ride Chevy. One lap number 1. "14 cars have put a lap in. 26 cars at the track. The final 5 seconds tick off here. It looks like Ethan Evers will be your pole sitter. Most cars doing their best lap on lap 1. Have a quick chat with our pole sitter, Ethan Evers. Ethan, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Hello. We'll get your car on track so I can show it off.
I'm starting in the pits.
We'll get on track so I short off and get back in the pits. How about
Okay, yes.
that?
Yes.
There we go. Well, you're going to be the pole sitter for the race, but you're starting in the pits. Tell me about the strategy and how it feels to be pole sitter for this race.
Strategy is stay out of trouble, and it feels great to get the pole because I don't know, it just does.
You get the number one pit stall. You get to brag that you were faster than everybody in qualifying. How about that?
Yeah, by myself. Now we gotta be fast with everybody else.
Day 4, right? We get back to the pits and tell me about your sponsor shoutouts as we get ready for a starting lineup with a lot of people missing.
Yeah, all right. Shout out to Dockside Rides, Light of My Life, Fort Worth Screen Printing. You know, uh, I hope John is still doing well. I haven't been able to keep up with him lately. So, you need sponsorships. Anybody want to sponsor him? Put some money in.
It's a real life ARCA car.
Right.
Perfect. All right. Well, good luck from the race starting from the pits. We'll see how it goes for you.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Well, alrighty. Let's move you right back up in here. There we go. So your pole sitter, Ethan Evers, and second place Cody Cleaver are starting from the pits. As the Team Delta Prime strategy is to start from the pit lane. So we will be seeing quite a few cars move up in the order. Let's get to our starting lineup presented by Labor 12. Appreciate those guys jumping in and giving us some awesome lineup tunes. Your front row is going to be Ethan Evers and Cody Cleaver, but both starting from the pits. So moving up to the front row will be Thomas Green in the 3. Got that Dale Earnhardt 1996 Atlanta Olympic scheme. Beautiful car, always one of my favorites. Lilith Peters, the Luna Steak Sauce car, will basically start second, currently in the 4th spot. Catalano will start 5th in the Chevy. Jarrett Talmadge, the K1 Race Gear Chevy, starts in the 6th spot. Mike Edwards in pit lane. Peter Therio, the VP Racing Fuels car, will start 8th. Jeremy Clapper Newell in the horrible Target Chevy starts in 9th spot. Ian Montrose on the pit lane. Justin Horton Luna Steak Sauce Chevy starts in 11th. Jay Richter starting in the pit lane in the Fort Worth Screen Chevy. Jeremy Eggman, the Come and Go Toyota, starts in 13th. Will Asherbrenner in his Fort Worth Screen KVRP Chevy starts 14th. Nathan Harper, the Dallas Cowboys Ford, in 15th. Garrett Wolfenbarger, his Shenandoah Shine 32, starts 16th. Brad Wilson, Shenandoah Shine 51, starts in 17th. Harry Gundel, Kamikaze Toyota in 18th. Evan Clapper, the Piedmont Chevy in 19th. Margison in the Eason's Ford 21st. For some reason we don't have a 20th. Austin Stevens, he'll start 22nd in the Shenandoah Shine Chevy. J.R. Deal, the Ghost Crew Ford 23rd. Jam Reberchak, the Let's F and Go Chevy, starts in 24th. Damon Nagel, Trevor Project Ford 25th. Jeremy Scherer in the Detroit Lion Chevy starts 26th. And Scott Elston in the Philadelphia Eagle Chevy starts 27th. So interesting that we have the front row qualifying starting from the pit lane. Six cars in total starting from the pit lane. Everyone else out on track. 66 laps here at Talladega tonight. Appreciate you, Ellis. Always appreciate the lurks and tabs. Thomas Green and Lilith Peters set to lead them to the green flag. Green flag in the air. We are underway from Talladega. The 911fleetservices.com Cup Series race. Field gets up to speed. You saw all the cars running off of the pit lane. Ethan Evers, Cleaver, Edwards, Montrose, Richter, and Asherbrenner all trying to get up to speed. Already see the 95 Jeremy Eggman drop into the back. Does not want to be up in the front. And 91 of Talmadge drops down in front of his teammate. The 3 of Thomas Green leaves Lilith Peters up to the top with the Bean Team teammate, the 30 of Peter Therio. 32 car It's Garrett Wolfenbarger up there. Shows 31 on your scoreboard. Two of the Shenandoah Shine cars misnumbered. One says 51 on the car, but 71 on the scoreboard. Already got 3 wide here, so you get the lap 2. It looks like Zach Martinson and JR Deal, a couple of Fords up on the high line. The 30, Peter Thurio goes to that top. Martinson drops down on the inside, comes part of the middle line. JR Deal going to drop down, shuffle Thurio out. Patsy Catalano now leads that second lane. Outside line really not getting much momentum, but Thomas Green by himself shoots to the outside of the 91 of Jarrett Talmadge. Jeremy Clapper Newell sticks with Talmadge. That puts the Plant Sim team leading each line. Catalano shifted out to that third lane, no help. Door-to-door contact with Marginson. Marginson gets into Catalano, pushes Catalano up the track a bit. Three wide further towards the back. It's the 42 car, Austin Stevens. Now it's 3 rows of 3. Catalano falling back, as are Peters and Green on that high line. Back to double wide. Thanks, Hayes. I need to like tattoo that on my forehead or something. Even then I'd forget it. Field works into 3 on lap number 4. I can't believe my eyes, but the Dallas Cowboys car and the Philadelphia Eagles car are working together. Just seems wrong. There they are, the 7 and 85 working at the back of the pack. Up front, Martinson has shuffled Brad Wilson to the top of the track. Wolfenbarger leading the bottom lane. Looks like Talmadge is moving to the back. They're all catching. That looks like Asherbranner, the 26. Will Asherbranner picked up a penalty on pit road. Must have sped leaving the pits. He started on pit road, so that's the only thing I can figure. Peter Thurio, with the help of teammate Lilith Peters, pushes out to the lead. Evan Clapper right there with him in the 44. Wolfenbarger jumps up to the top to go around Martinson. Asherbranner hoping for a caution before the field gets there because he's already 1 lap down, but he's about to go. Oh, the caution does. Field's wrecking. Does Will Asherbranner save a lap there? We'll have to see. Looks like the Outlaw may have been involved. Came to a stop at least. Yeah, he wasn't it. Up towards the front. Looks like his teammate, Zach Martinson, and 10-10's teammate to Outlaw in the 9, came up and turned him around. Most cars avoid heavy contact, it looks like. I don't see anyone else getting heavy damage from this. So I think just the 9 car getting sent to the back by his teammate. As the Outlaw got turned around. Just check in where it scores Asherbranner because that wreck happened right while he was going a lap down. It scores him ahead of Thurio, then I would guess he gets the lucky dog. Either way, I think he gets the lucky dog, but Goes around Wolfenbarger. We'll see if he goes around Therio. He does. So Asher got the lucky caution right when he needed it, and I believe he would be the only car one lap down. Should get him back on the lead lap after speeding off the pit lane starting from the pits. I assume it's speeding. He could have also had an unsafe pit exit. Still a 40-second penalty. So lucky break for the 26. C cars probably come down and top off. Doubt we'll see any tire changes. Some folks staying out. Catalano, Grindel. Every other car hits the pit lane. Like a lot of fuel stops. Wolfenbarger down. Therio. Wilson. Now, unless the Delta Prime cars all drop back on purpose, field will be a larger lead pack, as those 6 cars will be in the main pack now. Long stay for Edwards. Horton had a 38-second stop. I don't think there would be any damage to repair for these guys, but I don't know, maybe they were relaxing, wanted to be back at the back of the pack. Who knows? Trying to find Eggman's car. Don't see Eggman. Where did he go? 95 car Jeremy Eggman not showing up right now. Hello, Bean Team.
Hello?
Hello. I was just coming to see what happened to Eggman. I can't find him on track.
Oh,
Internet.
I think he just his internet died. It's been dying.
Oh, no. All right. Well, thanks for the report.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Went down to see what happened to Eggman. The 95 car currently scored 26. Said his internet may have crapped out on him. Unfortunate for Jeremy Eggman in the 95 and his friends and teammates. Catalano leads this race by virtue of staying out. Harry Grindel moves up to P2. Same strategy. Then everyone behind came down for what looks like fuel. Fuel for Catalano, Wolfenbarger, Therio, Wilson, Stevens, Peters. Peters took tires in the 01. Came out 7th. JR Deal just watched him go for the spin. He came down, topped off with fuel, and now is in the 8th spot. Dan Riebachak 9th. Jeremy Clapper-Newell 10th. Zach Martinson 11th. Jeremy Scherer 12th. Ethan Evers back down the pit lane. They wanted to move to the back of the pack. Top off the tank once again. So Harper in the Cowboys car. Ethan Evers, Cleaver, Montrose, Thomas Green, Jarrett Talmadge, Evan Clapper, Scott Elston, Mike Edwards, Jay Richter, Will Asherbrenner, Damon Nagel, Justin Horton all back down the pit lane a second time. Horton, I guess, I don't know, getting a sandwich or something. It's 29 seconds sitting on the pit lane and in no hurry to get going. Just checking with Harry. Harry, DG, got a copy?
Oh, hello. I've got you.
Just checking in what your strategy is for staying out here and not coming down and filling up the top off the tank. You think we're getting more yellows, I assume?
I mean, kind of, but also a bit of absent-mindedness. I was just grooving along to my music, and then I saw everyone go down pit road, and I just went, oh, I've missed it.
Fair enough. Good luck to you,
So
sir.
here we are, yeah. Thank you.
Patsy, DG, got a copy?
Hey, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Just popping in before we get restarted here, seeing what your strategy was and why you stayed out, didn't top off the tank like most of the folks.
Well, I don't want to be back there when they start wrecking them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, bud. Good luck.
That's about it. Thank you.
So there you go. Catalano expects the wrecks to start to happen. You see, Candy, when you have a Lions car and an Eagles car and the Cowboys car, you kind of want to be the best football car. It's a point of pride. So he's 13th trying to catch 10th because that's where the Lions car is. Catalano gets us restarted. Inside line jumps out to an advantage. So we watch Grindel and Wolfenbarger battle for second. Catalano's way out in front. Could be a detriment. As the field will accordion back together once the draft kicks in. Cars get up to speed. Definitely spread them out. Going to be some big runs as they come back together. There goes Wolfenbarger outside Catalano. Meanwhile, the wow, Stevens in the 42 went to the inside below the yellow line, which is a no-no. Took the 51/71 of Wilson with him, and now the Shine cars 1, 2, and 3. Catalano fourth. Catalano jumps to the outside to try and pass him back. Doesn't have any help at the moment. Therio 2 cars back. That's going to shuffle Catalano back to fourth, then into fifth. And then, wow. Peter Therio, the only car that could help him, jumps to his outside. JR Deal. Catalano and Therios. We have an 8-car breakaway at the front of the field. Margison 1.4 seconds back, so they're going to have to stay in line to catch him again. Then further back, looks like Thomas Green leading a group of cars. Talmadge shuffled out of that group. They're going to need to stay in line and all work together to try and catch the leaders. As the way that restart happened, got quite a lot of separation. This third pack will definitely catch the second pack. And it's going to be an effort of those cars catching the lead pack. Margison's making up ground. 1.9 the gap is, who is that in the grass? That looks like Clapper Newell. 99 car. Went for a ride. Let's see what happened to him. He's in the pack just ahead of JR Deal. Gets contact from JR Deal, which gets him squirrely. Sends the 99 down into the grass. Does a great job of hanging on to the race car. Clapper Newell has lost the draft. He's got the 2 Fort Worth twins behind him. Will Asher Brenner and Jay Richter. So they'll have a 3-car draft. Hello, Veros. Meanwhile, that main pack with that little bit of an issue is being caught quickly. Here comes Margison and Peters. A huge head of steam. They're going to go to the outside, see where they can go with it. So they pass Catalano. Now the second pack's caught the first pack. And the top 16 cars are now in the lead pack. All the way back to Thomas Green in 16th, that Earnhardt Olympics car. '17th Ian Montrose is 3.7 seconds back in losing ground. So they're going to be hoping for a caution. Veros, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Therio, almost a little too high. Margison looked to the inside. Therio quickly came back down. Is that Eggman? Looks like Eggman's back on track. 5 laps down after his internet crapped out on him. There is Damon Nagel. He's lost the draft. Justin Horton's been spit out of the draft. Then you got Asher Banner, Richter, and Clapper Newell, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, trying to work together. They are 5.3 seconds in losing ground to the Talmadge pack, which has Talmadge, Elston, Edwards, and Montrose. And they are 4.1 seconds back of the main pack. Main pack is Nathan Harper and On Forward. And they're going 3 wide in parts. I think that's Margison up by the wall. Has Jeremy Scherer behind him, a couple 10-tenths teammates. Up front, another one of their teammates, JR Deal in the 9. We just saw him turned around to bring out the yellow. Now he's leading. Wolfenbarger jumps to his outside. First 5 cars on that outside line, all Chevy. They're all working together to get by that Mustang of Outlaw. And Peter Therio to the outside of Wolfenbarger wanted to lead that lap. Therio leads, gets a bonus point. Pack is catching the 95 of Eggman. Frustrating night for that 95 team, having that mechanical issue with the Wi-Fi not working. Oh my gosh, Vios. Eggman drops down out of the way. Nice sportsmanship move there as Eggman heads to the pit lane. I believe that was Grindel with the blink there. Said he had to run on a hot spot tonight, having some mechanical issues over there in the 70 team as well, hoping all the bits and pieces will hold out. Outside line, get some momentum here. JR Deal's moved up into it. The Bean team leading the bottom with Therio and Peters. 42 Austin Stevens there behind him and Harry Grindel. We saw Wilson pushing very well in another series over in the Super Speedway series on Friday night. Here he is on Wednesday doing the same sort of thing, being a great pusher. Shoving Wolfenbarger around the track. Oh, Margison gets slid up the track. Hangs on to it. Nice save by the 55. Looks like Wilson and Wolfenbarger and Deal are committed to running that high line. They haven't dropped down to the inside and tried to do any passing. That's kept things kind of status quo up there. Like Wilson needed to get some air to the nose. He backed off a bit. Margison's now clear of Therio on the inside. Tell him to pick a car in the race, and whoever's driver finishes highest gets a prize. Don't tell him that prize is nothing all that useful. Inside line fighting back a little bit here through the tri-oval. Grindel having another blink. And Margison's once again got Therio to the inside. It's been 13 laps since most of these cars have been to pit road. 20 for Grindel and Catalano. Nice race. Grindel and Catalano, they are content not to be leading a line as they have to try and save more fuel than everyone else.
Drink, motherfucker!
Totally. We'll do that for you right now. Alright, meow. Get this hydrated. Cheers! I needed that. Thank you. Wolfenbarger still leads Wilson, but now Ethan Evers and the 2 of Cleaver drop to the inside line. They've gotten by JR Deal. They're working on Wilson as we speak. End of lap 33 will give away some halfway points. See some straggling cars up ahead. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, DJ Littlebone. I know I put T's in there instead of little. Little's hard to say for me. Always put the T in there. And Evers and crew fell back quickly there. I believe Catalano is going to have to come to the pit lane here. Catalano going to have to come down a lap earlier than Harry Grindel. Both of those cars had not pit since the start of the race, so have to imagine we're getting close to other drivers going to end up with the same fate. It's like Damon Nagel just ahead of the pack, about to go a lap down. Field really got spread out on that restart. Catalano went very unexpectedly early. Legally, but unexpectedly. And it caught a lot of people off balance. Wolfenbarger and Wilson get to the bottom. Leave Therio and Peters up high with Scherer. Seems people are starting to shuffle around and get in position for pit stops. Here comes Harry Grindel. He couldn't go any farther. He's going to come down the pit lane. 22 laps with the caution is as far as he could go. If it stays green, he'll have to pit 2 more times, which would be very, very bad for his race. It's already going to be rough being out there by himself, or at best case scenario with Patsy Catalano. Field approaching the 4 of Catalano. Was the leader to restart the last race, green flag, but with no drafting help, it's going a lap down here. Catalano going to have to hope to hang on to the pack. Much will be the same for Harry Grindel when he gets back up to speed, as he has a blink. Work off turn number 2. And here comes the pack working into 1. Won't be long before they get there. Check in on pack 2. They're 6 seconds back. This is actually pack 3. Pack 2. There they are. Looks like the 86 has joined in on this group. Therio and Peters battle Wolfenbarger and Wilson. Everyone's lined up on the bottom except for those 2 Shine cars. Teammate Austin Stevens not up there with them. Working lap 24. Sometime in the next 5 laps, we'll have to see everybody down pit lane. Which means nobody can actually make it to the halfway mark. Looks like Eggman and Horton up on the high line in 3rd lane. Eggman already 6 laps down. Horton currently on lead lap, trying to work together, but 12 cars is better than 2 in the draft. Wilson drops in front of Wolfenbarger. Stevens is going to try to get a bit of a draft off the lap machines, and then he'll drop down. There goes Stevens right in front of Evers. Evers had to duck out and check up a bit, but everyone wants to get to the bottom lane as they're probably coming to pit road relatively soon.
30 car.
Maybe.
Sounds like we're starting to hear some guys coming to the pit lane. Here comes Wilson, Therio. The Bean team of Lilith Peters and Peter Therio, the Shine cars,
Second pack.
and Eggman all came to the pit lane.
Putting this time.
Leaves Ethan Evers out front with Cody Cleaver.
One putting this time.
Delta Prime team sounds like they're pitting. Or the 39, that's Horton.
15 pitting.
That first group probably had a little bit of a cleaner time. Fewer cars coming to the pit lane at once can make it a little bit quicker to get on and off the pit lane. Evers and Cleaver staying out. That means they're going to be going slow as a 2-car draft. That's not ideal. Let's see, Reberchuk stays out. Evan Clapper. Only 4 cars stay out here. JR Deal, Margison, Scher, Harper, Thomas Green, and the 39, Justin Horton, all on pit lane. They're going to try to get on and off pit road together. These two by themselves, it's going to be a tall order to get back up to speed and not lose a ton of track position. Here they come to the pit lane. Reberchuk and Evan Clapper stay out, so those two will pick up the lead. Reberchuk's going to lead a lap, get a bonus point. Evan Clapper in tow. They're pushing the 4 of Catalano. There's no way they can stretch it to the end, right? To the stage? There's no way. There's no way they can go 4 more laps. The 2 and 8 hit their boxes. Brad Wilson, Garrett Wolfenbarger lead all the pet cars that have been to the pit lane. Looks like the 9 of JR Deal, the Outlaw, picked up a pit penalty. Looking at his stop time, it was 54 seconds, which is usually a penalty plus tires. 40-second hold for the Outlaw, drops him to 23rd, 1 lap down. Takes the Outlaw out of the picture. It's like the 44, Evan Clapper. 13, Reberchuk. Reberchuk might be out of gas. He is slowly getting onto the pit lane. Reberchuk may have gone 1 lap too many in the 13. That's going to hurt them both as they're going to lose drafting help. So let's see what we got now. Wilson and Wolfenbarger. These will be the leaders as they go by the cars on the pit lane. They have 2 seconds over Lilith Peters. There's they go by the 44 of Evan Clapper to take the lead. And there comes Lilith Peters plus the 30 of Peter Therio, and they've got teammate Eggman, even though multiple laps down, and they're helping with the drafts. It's good to have teammates helping. Then you see the 3, Thomas Green, he is in that 5th spot. So those 4 trying to run down the lead too, and slowly doing so. And you have Evan Clapper just off the pit lane. It's 1.5 back in losing ground as he has no draft. And then you have Cleaver and Evers 7th and 8th, drafting with one another and catching Evan Clapper. 2 seconds behind them, Ian Montrose in a bigger pack that has Montrose, Talmadge, Margison, Edwards, Harper. That is Stevens, Jeremy Scher, plus the lap machine, 39 of Justin Horton. Check in on the Outlaw. He is all by himself. No draft for the 9 car, so he is in trouble if he can't catch those 2 in front of him. Those 2 being Wilson and Wolfenbarger. Here comes Peters, the 30 of Therio, 95 of Eggman. They probably have the 9 car of Deals draft. That'll help them catch the lead too.
Let me know when we're going outside.
Here's Peters catching Outlaw. See if Outlaw forces him to the top. He'll do just that. Therio going to push. Looks like Wilson's going to come up and try to throw a block. Peters does not care. Right around the outside.
Hey, I just did that.
Says your block can go to hell. Lilith Peters to the lead. There he goes, second.
Trying to let them quit.
Eggman mini laps down, so that's no concern of JR Deal. He won't be fighting Eggman for the lucky dog. Wolfenbarger in third, just ahead of Deal. Thomas Green in fourth, ahead of Wilson. Now those cars have formed one big pack. 7 cars, 5 of them in the lead draft, or lead lap. Then this is pack 2. Has grown as it's Montrose, Margison, Edwards, Harper, and Cleaver, plus Evers, Stevens, Talmad, Scherer, all in this pack. They even have the lap car of Horton in there. They're trying to stay in line and cut the deficit, but they, at the moment, are actually losing ground to the lead pack. Margison needs to get a little bit more on that bumper and push Montrose if they want to catch these top 7. We're on the final lap of the first half. We'll be giving away stage points here as they get to the start-finish line. We have 10 points for Peters, 9 to Therio, 8 to Wolfenbarger, 7 Thomas Green. Well, 7 to Wilson now. Wilson beat him to the line. Thomas Green 6, Montrose 5, Margison 4, Edwards 3, Harper 2, and Cleaver all picking up halfway bonus points. And we get a caution. Jay Richter's gone around.
That's on me, I'm sorry. I was trying to get back in line to push.
Richter leading this line. It's Richter, Grindel,
bad.
the 99 of Clapper Newell. Just misjudged it, turns the 0-2 into the outside line. Noses into the outside wall twice. Probably be a fascia pair for the 0-2 car. Those 2 pretty hard hits to the nose. So right at halfway, we don't throw a yellow, but we get a yellow. I'm sure we'll see everyone at the very least take a top off here. Even for Evan Clapper, last car to the pit lane. It's been 6 laps since he's been down, so good chance to take on some fuel. Get an extra hydrate in there.
Entering 3.
Field catches the pace car. Lilith Peters your leader. Therio second. Wolfenbarger will be third. Let's see who we think will get the lucky dog. I think it's going to be that 9 car, Mr. Outlaw. Going to get a chance to recover from that speeding penalty. Speeding or unsafe pit entry or something along those lines. He had a pit road violation. We'll call it that.
Please don't kill me.
What'd you do? Speed or pit road violation of some sort?
Sure did.
Yeah,
I went
yeah.
way too fast.
Well, we get it back a chance to get the lucky dog here, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm lucky dog.
Perfect. Well, we got a shot to rebound now. Good luck to you, sir. I just want to see what happened.
Appreciate it. See you soon.
It's JR Deal in the 9. Confirming that he sped on the pit rain. Naughty boy. Gets to go get his lucky dog here. Mr. Harry, what happened there?
Yeah, I was trying to push him as hard as I could, and we kept bobbling, and then I bobbled in the tri-oval, and I tried to, like, slide back down to kind of keep pushing, because we were making time. We'd made, like, 2 or 3 seconds, and yeah, I just had barely a nose, and it hooked him. That is... I'm usually better than that. I'm kicking myself right now.
Well, it happens to the best of them, I think, and, well, only way you can go from here is up, right?
Yeah, providing we don't write off the car, but yeah, that's how the adage goes at least.
I mean, either up in the running order or up into the air in a wreck, one of the two.
Yeah, exactly, one of the two. It'll be spectacular either way. So yeah, hopefully that's all of the brain farts over with.
10-4. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Harry Grindel loading up to trying to get back in line and turning the 0-2 there. See if we can check in with the 0-2 team. Jay, DG, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
It looks like we had to take that fast repair. Is that true?
Yeah, I was gonna just see how much, because I didn't have a meat bar or anything, so I was just gonna see how much optional I had, and pulling into pit road, and the engine goes kablamo.
Wow, so I had to take the fast repair.
Yep.
Well, at
At
least
least
you
didn't have to.
yeah, at least you didn't have to tow. We went kablamo right there in the pit lane. It's helpful. And
Yep.
well, be safe and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
So indeed, a fast repair gone for the O2 team. Richter back in 21st. JR Deal excited about this caution. He gets his lucky dog, gets to get back on the lead lap, and the field gets bunched back up. New lease on life for the 9 team. Recover from that mistake he made. Alright, so off the pit lane, we have fuel for Peters, Therio, Montrose, Edwards, Evers, Wolfenbarger, Wilson. Wolfenbarger Wilson actually took tires. Cleaver, and 10-second stop. It's a bit odd of a time. Elston fuel. Catalano fuel. Tires for Stevens. Tires for Scherer. Tires for Clafford Newell and Margison. Ashbrenner as well. Thomas Green back on the pit lane. Extra top off for the tank. Nathan Harper, one of those as well. Harry Grindell getting an extra lap of fuel. Reaper Chuck. Talmadge. Evan Clapper all getting that topping off the tank here with one to go. I think Jay Richter did the same in the O2. We are in the second half of the race. Business is about to pick up. From here on out, track position is crucial. Still looking for Nathan Harper in the driver chat to let him know all the things that have been said in chat, but have not seen Nathan Harper in the driver chat. So I can't deliver the message. I apologize to all of his hate mail fans. Have not been able to send a message. So we're inside 30 to go. Bunch of Chevrolets up front. The first non-Chevy is the 71/51 Wilson in the Toyota. Then Cleaver, Elston, Catalano. 9 of the top 10 are Chevy. Scherer, Stevens, Clapper Newell, Asherbranner. 13 of the top 14 are Chevy as you get to Margison's Ford in 15th. Chevrolet very strong here at Dega. Peters gets us restarted. Calm, cool, collected, casual start here. No big jump like we saw out of Catalano. Peter Therio tucks in behind Lilith Peters. Teammates go 1-2. You have Montrose and Edwards Evers. Delta Prime team 3-4-5. Shenandoah Shine cars side by side. Wilson and Wolfenbarger. Cleaver giving a big push to the 51. Wolfenbarger probably wants to get down in front of his teammate. Just Wilson can't really back up with the 2 car right behind him. Now they're side by side up front as Peters been shuffled up to the high lane along with Therio. Now Wilson goes all the way to the top outside of Peter Therio. $15 of Jeremy Scherer onto the pit lane.
There, Jeremy. Good job. I didn't touch him.
Yeah, he did. Jeremy Clapper sending Jeremy Scherer down the pit lane.
I got a black clear.
That is a deserved black clear.
Okay, bro. Not Jeremy. I didn't get an act for it, so I don't know. I apologize, though.
Ethan Evers below the yellow line in the 8 car.
Thanks.
Teammate gave him room to get back up. Ian Montrose was in the lead briefly. And here comes Wilson with Wolfenbarger. Then Peters and Therio, and that man, Johnny Outlaw, all the way back up to 9th already. Looks like Ashenbrenner's lost the lead draft, and Lilith Peters pushed down onto the apron below the yellow line, up into Therio.
Yeah, nice wash.
My gosh. Told you business was going to pick up. This is what we meant. It's getting dicey out there.
Definitely not my finest.
Peters goes outside. Brad Wilson leads that lap. Wolfenbarger now going to try to split Peters. Peters drops in front of Wilson. Someone's in the wall. Looks like the 4 of Catalano. And Eggman was there along with. They're going to keep it going in the right direction. Catch on to the tail end of the pack. Probably lose the draft, but
We don't talk about it.
no caution. "26 laps to go from Talladega. Peters out in front of Wilson. Ian Montrose, Mike Edwards, Peter Therio, your top 5.
Promise, save me.
Clapper Newell up to 6th, going for 5th. Justin Horton's there. Horton finally back on lead lap. Therio drops to the inside to shuffle out Wilson. Clapper Newell staying attached to Therio. Tell you, if there's anywhere I wanted to be, I'd be wanted to be pushed by that 51/71. Wilson has had the speed as a pusher tonight. Pushed just about everybody he wants to the lead. Harry Grindell with a
Man, I'm sorry.
bit of a blink there.
You're good. I appreciate the effort.
Looks like Will Asherbrenner on the pit lane. Catalano just coming off the pit lane. A couple of cars getting shuffled out. Scheer falling back. Richter's lost the lead draft. Thomas Green and Forward still in the main pack. Oh, they're backing up at the front. There goes the 30 car around. Wolfenbarger, Margerson all involved. The 9 of Outlaw. Got a small piece of it. I think he's okay. Ethan Evers heavy damage to the nose of the 8.
Well, Jay, you're back.
Last I checked, I don't think he was clear.
See what happens to Therio here.
I mean, technically, none of you guys are clear. You're making that many moves.
There was no move.
Clapper Newell gets into him, and there is the 51 and
I
99.
made my block very early on the straightaway. He was still trying to half back, so
He got pushed
I don't know
into
why he
him.
tried to go to my outside. There was half a lane up there.
He was pushed to the outside. You're hoping Harper would be involved. So you see Wilson pushing the 99. Let's watch that one from Clapper. Here comes Wilson.
Checking up.
Clapper blocks Wilson. Wilson's getting pushed. As a push-the-pusher situation, as the 99 gets pushed into the 30 and then turned around. I think that was a case of nobody lifting. It's getting towards the end of the race. Nobody wants to lift. 32 Wolfenbarger pushes. Wolfenbarger pushes teammate through all of that.
I think I'm not going to catch up in time, probably. I'm going to get somebody else. Thank you.
See if we can find the 32 here. My gosh, I can't read the scoreboard for some reason. It's because it's the 31.
Is there one award for wrecking somebody? I think Clapper might have earned it by now.
Clapper didn't do it.
Which one?
You can't blame him for this one. Wolfenbarger pushes the 51 of...
I didn't do it.
Pushes him right up through there. So push the pusher, which knocks the 99 car sideways, and then the wreck happens from there. As much as I would love to blame Clapper, this one was not Clapper.
Yeah, that was me. I lost brain cells.
Here comes the leaders down the pit lane.
Well, Swiss, at least I'm getting noticed.
Not in a good way.
I'm getting tires on the Shenandoah Shine cars.
Jack, I did not cause that one. So stop.
Marcus is gonna blame me anyway. Doesn't matter. He's a stubborn fella. Wolfenbarger's backing up in the pit lane. That was interesting. Maybe he wanted to take the fast repair and forgot to check it. Not sure what's going on with the 32 there. You blew your motor again. How did you blow your motor? Jay Richter has apparently blown the motor in the O2. Well, Asherbrenner says he is done for the race. Up on top of the pit box, so the Fort Worth twins are out. He shifted down and blew the motor. Money shifted. Oh no. On and off the pit lane for fuel and back out. Ian Montrose, Harry Grindell, and Zach Margison. It's going to be very, very, very close to cars being able to make it to the end from here. Especially with potential for greenway checkers and everything. I would be one of those cars coming down and topping off.
Oh, don't worry about me, Swift. I have to go to the back because my shit broke so bad.
What shit broke?
That screwed Paul Eggman out of the wave around.
My wheel. I got hit into a wall very hard.
Oh no.
Meatball.
Margison got meatballed when his wheel broke.
Hey, Jeremy, I apologize. I just switched out what happened. I apologize.
There's 3 Jeremys in the race. You got to be specific.
Yeah, man, I seen you flying up fast, but I tried to get back because they were kind of checking up, and it's...
Yeah, I even lifted. It was not enough. I apologize.
Sounds like Damon
I don't
Nagel
need
and
no
Jay
damage
Richter
from
out
it.
of the race. Will Asherbrenner has said he is out of the race. Jeremy Eggman still running in 25th. So Montrose, Edwards, Cleaver, the top 3. Took fuel there. Wilson,
Fire, though.
4th. Clapper, Evan Clapper, 5th. Dan Rieberschock, 6th.
Oh my goodness.
Austin Stevens, 7th. J.R. Deal, 8th. Thomas Green back down the top off the tank. This is what I would be doing. If he goes green and you top off the tank here, you probably are safe to make it to the end. Not topping off the tank. Montrose and Cleaver Edwards, they think they can make it anyway. $20 to go, and the pushes are about to be coming from everywhere. It's only going to keep getting more intense the closer we get to the end of this. Run through the field while we go down the backstretch. Montrose, Edwards, then Cleaver and Brad Wilson, then Clapper and Rieberschott, Stevens and Deal, Elston and Thomas Green, Wolfenbarger, Harper, Talmadge, Horton, Clapper Newell, Scherer, Grindell, Evers, Catalano, Therio, Peters, and Margison. That is all the lead lap cars all the way back to 22nd. Then out of the race, Jay Richter 23rd, Will Asherbrenner 24th. Still in the race, Jeremy Eggman 25th, 7 laps down. And then Damon Nagel out of the race in 26th. Pace cars making that left-hand turn to the pit lane. Team Delta Prime top 3 spots. Let's see how they handle the restart.
Sorry, that was first.
Looks like Edwards is going to allow the top 2 to get out there and then tuck in line in 3rd.
Sorry.
Wilson gets down to the bottom as well. And Evan Clapper 5th, Rieberschott 6th, Austin Stevens.
I got a black flag for passing into the yellow somehow.
JR Deal battling Stevens.
It's like, yeah, that was weird. I think it had to do with the EOLs. That was weird.
Currently the 9 car, no help out there. Up front, looks like Wilson and the 44 of Evan Clapper trying to make some moves. They go to the outside of the 3 Delta Prime cars. Wilson gets clear. Let's see if Evan Clapper able to get clear as well. So far he has not. Austin Stevens in the 42 going to come up there and give him a draft. Looks like the Bean teams decided to take over that 3rd line. All 4 Bean team cars up to the outside line as they, I think, lose Eggman. Eggman got a little too high. Evan Clapper able to get down in front of Mike Edwards. Top 20 cars all in the lead pack. Share about 2 seconds back with Margison. Those two, I guess, are banking on another caution. JR Deal not on that team strategy. He's up there pushing Austin Stevens in that outside line. Wolfenbarger going to the middle, trying to get JR Deal shuffled out. As the Shenandoah Shine and the Bean team work together, leave that 10 tenths Mustang up on the high line by himself. The 13 Reaper Chalk having a bit of a blink. As Wilson leads Montrose 2 of Cody Cleaver. Wolfenbarger trying to make moves again. Just jumped out to the outside of Cleaver ahead of Stevens. That links up 2 Shenandoah Shine cars. Inside line breaking apart a bit. It's going to be advantage outside groove. Here comes Wolfenbarger. Head of steam with the teammate Stevens. Now it's a 1-2-3 briefly for the Shenandoah Shine crew. Stereo then passes Wilson, gets up to 3rd. Now the Shine cars all together at the bottom. Bean team with JR Deal and Jeremy Clapper Newell on the top side. Now that top 4 is all clear and people are moving up to the top side to join them instead of staying on the bottom. Jeremy Clapper Newell decides to go to the bottom, try to lead the inside lane ahead of Austin Stevens. Here Wolfenbarger trying to go even higher on the racetrack. He was to the outside of JR Deal. Wolfenbarger and Wilson working that very top line. Peter Therio is going to go up there and throw the block. Now Therio leads the top lane. Wolfenbarger drops to the middle. That'll break up the Shine cars. Now each of them in a different lane. Now Therio getting pushed by Wilson, which is a great place to be. Wilson's been one of the best pushers all race long. Wilson then jumps to the inside, leaves Therio up there. Wilson goes all the way to the bottom, leaving Therio and Eggman at the top with the 3 of Green and the 91 of Talmadge. .14 laps to go from Talladega Superspeedway. Peter Therio leading the outside line, led that lap. Wilson trying to decide which line he wants to lead, jumps up in front of Wolfenbarger. Oh, they make contact with Eggman. Eggman and the Outlaw get together. Eggman's around. Caution is out. Let's see what turned around. Jeremy Eggman. Up there pushing Therio. Gets a bump from the 9, turns him down into the 51. And then another bump from the 9 turns him the rest of the way around. So the Outlaw taking out the 95, spits him out of the pack. Into the inside wall he goes. Now those cars that didn't top off the tank are probably pretty safe.
Me there. Thank you. That was fun.
Wonder if anyone will top off and prepare for a potential green-white checker. Surely someone towards the back of the field would do that. Maybe people like Margison, Cher, Evers, Grindel, Harper back there anyway. Nothing to lose. Might as well come down top off the tank. Track position is so critical though, and for those up at the front, I don't think they can afford to come down. They think they can make it. They probably need to stay out. Shows what I know. Here comes just about everybody. Seems no one confident we weren't getting a green-white checker. It's like Evers may do the opposite then. He's going to roll the dice and stay out for the track position. I kind of love that move. As literally everyone else pits. If we go in a green-white checker situation, the 8 car might be in a bit of a pickle. Everybody else comes down top off the tank. They'll be good to go. Evers throws the dice. Therio second, Peters third, Montrose fourth, Cleaver fifth, Clapper Newell sixth, Thomas Green seventh, Evan Clapper eighth, Talmadge ninth, Mike Edwards 10th. You have Reberchak 11th, Catalano 12th, Harper 13th, Wilson 14th, Grindel 15th, Wolfenbarger 16th, Austin Stevens 17th, J.R. Deal 18th, Tiger Margin 19th, Scott Elson 20th, Jeremy Scherer 21st, Justin Horton 22nd. Out of the race, Jeremy Eggman, Jay Richter, Will Asherbanner, and Damon Nagel. See some damage to Horton's nose there. Front end of the 39 bent up a bit. There you can see the damage to the 39 car. Cliff Mullins has decided to enter the race with 11 laps to go.
Cliff, I think you're a little bit late.
Cliff has no response for this. Are you good to the end if it's regulation, or do you need another caution?
We're all gonna find this out together. You know what I mean?
Perfect. Good luck.
Bye.
Ethan Evers, the leader. Ask him if he's good to the end, or does he need a caution, or what's we looking like? Said we're all gonna find out together. It's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Okay, well, you're kind of in the middle, but sorry. Jeez.
It's cold. There's no line on the ground.
Alright. Here we go. 10 to go. We get to the line. Got half a lap till we get there. See what you think in chat. Who is winning this? Who is pulling this off? Pick your winners now with 10 to go. Then see how much of a genius you are in 10 laps. 22 cars still in the lead lap. So if you can't see them on the scoreboard, your options are Justin Horton and Jeremy Shearer. 21st and 22nd. Do not pick Cliff Mullins in 27th. It's 54 laps down. That would require severe carnage. And a lot of required. For every car. Who am I going to pick? I think I'm going to pick Thomas Green. Just because I love that Olympics paint scheme. Now if you're X, you can totally blame me, Thomas. I don't mind.
Roosevelt.
Keep an eye on guys like J.R. Deal and Wolfenbarger back in 15th and 17th. They've been having the moves to get to the front every single time. They're not afraid to use that high line. I think that's exactly where they're going to go. Ethan Evers, Ian Montrose time that start out. They can get to the bottom if they so choose. Newell stays on the high side, and no choice but to do so as he has no room to get to the bottom. Evan Clapper not wanting to push Clapper Newell. He goes all the way to the outside. The only two cars off the inside line are racing one another. Is Montrose leaving a room for Peter Therio on that inside lane? Clapper gets shoved out. Here comes Thomas Green.
Yeah, sorry.
3 car up to 4th.
Nah, you're good. There's stuff to, oh my gosh.
Talmadge and the 99 all the way to the top. Looks like Wilson's joined them. He's already up to 7th. Wilson started back in 14th. Already up to 7th. Riding right up by the wall with Talmadge and Clapper Newell. The middle line, Thomas Green, the 32 of Wolfenbarger. I told you they would be coming to the front. You have Edwards Catalano on the inside lane, back there in that 3 wide. The top 5 have broken free. Ethan Evers, Ian Montrose, Peter Therio, Lilith Peters, Cody Cleaver. And Cleaver starting to drift back into the big pack as these 9-car outlaw all kinds of out of shape in the middle there. Mustang was dancing every which way. Thomas Green stuck in that sucker hole. The middle line is drifting backwards. Cody Cleaver's falling back. Now Thomas Green gets to the inside. Thomas Green now in 5th. Leaves Harry Grindell leading that middle lane.
I can't go any further.
Oh, they're wrecking! Ian Montrose goes around. The crash is on from there.
Dude, it wasn't even me. It was the guy behind me. Patient.
Montrose gets spit out.
I was like, I can't go anywhere. I'm just getting stuck into the guy in front of me. You're good.
Montrose and Therio. Montrose in 2nd behind teammate Ethan
I was
Evers.
trying to stay off you, but the guy behind me was in a hurry to get nowhere.
Oh, Montrose gets Evers in a bad spot, gets him out of shape, then Lilith Peters turns Peter Therio. And when Therio gets turned, it causes a huge headache.
Beats me, man.
Thank you for the follow, Honcho. Appreciate you. As Montrose gets spit out. It looks like the 0-1 of Peters turns her teammate there. See if Peters is getting pushed by the 3. I don't think so. Far enough gap there. Peters gets into the teammate Therio, turns Therio into Montrose, and then they all crash. Green with a great move to avoid that. Let's watch that from... looked like the Scott Elston car may have had a good view of everything there. Let's go on board with the Philadelphia Eagles car. Rick's going to start from second and third.
Hey Jared, what's my damage?
Scott Elston going to pick his way through here. Cars going every which way. Elston backs down, fix a line, and gets one through. Let's follow the 9 car through here. It's door banged by the 99. They're 4 wide as the wreck's happening up ahead. Dio gets a piece of Brad Wilson, but looks like the 9 car is okay. I think Outlaw's in just fine shape. Ethan Evers still the leader, but now does not have nearly the amount of teammates he had with him. It's going to keep riding this stay out front strategy and see how it works out. Stayed out to get the lead when everyone else came down to top off the tank. So now it's Evers, Thomas Green, Cody Cleaver, so he does have one teammate up there. Then Harry Grindel, Patsy Catalano, then the Outlaw. Margison in 7th, Harper 8th, Reaperchak in 9th, Elston into the top 10. Mike Edwards 11th. As he comes off the pit lane, I think he had to take a fast repair after that. Wolfenbarger now in 12th.
44, can you explain yourself, what you did?
Minus the
Do you want
44.
other people to get you to explain what you did all the time, or not?
Gotta get that barbecue out. We're getting beef.
Nom, 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 nom.
Did Clapper ask Clapper to explain
Clapper
himself?
and Clapper violence.
Yes, he did. Perfect. I don't even know what he's talking about. Let's see if we can figure that out.
One big target. Dun dun da da dun dun.
F all of target. It looks like to me 44 went on a ride. Doesn't even go near the 99. Best I can tell.
Just waited for that Swift, he was pushing the hell out of me.
This race has now been dedicated to Neo and all his glory. Praise Neo.
I think that should be last night's race. Nothing will top last night's race.
He is the chosen one.
Outlaw with the Matrix joke.
There was no part of the Archer avatar. It's gonna make me act up.
Oh god. Let's leave the avatars out of this.
What did you just call me? That's so bad.
Was that even English? Just Michael, do you have a translator?
What
for
fuck?
that?
We don't need English around here. We just speak car. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We got beef. Big corn beef. So this helps the 8 cars' desire to finish the race and not having to pit again for fuel. Apparently, J Clapper thought that E Clapper was pushing J Clapper around the track for some unknown reason. I didn't even see it on camera. But according to J Clapper, that is what the Clapper beef is about. Clap on, clap off.
I think we need an episode of like Jerry Springer that involve both clappers.
I mean, we'll get Margison on the show just to stir the pot because he's good at that.
Jerry
Swiss, I gotta cook something.
Get back in Cave City and cook your meth. You'll be good. There goes the pace car off. We'll have 4 laps to try and decide this one. Assuming we don't get another caution. But, you know, odds are high we'll get another caution. It be the way Dega be. Ethan Evers gets us restarted. Thomas Green, the outside line, hangs right with him. Expected a little bit more of a breakaway from the 2 and 8 working together, but did not come to fruition. Already 3 wide as Scott Elston's been spit out. Wolfenbarger pushes him out wide. Looks like everybody jumped to that top line. Inside line's looking pretty thin. That's going to give quite a lot of momentum to the high line. There goes Harry Grindell to the inside of the 3 of Thomas Green. That man, Johnny Outlaw, pushing Thomas Green. And there is Harper looking to go 3 wide to the inside of Outlaw. They're going to make contact. Outlaw's going to get turned. We stay green so far, somehow. There it is. There's the caution. Outlaw gets turned around. Looks like Harper tried to go to the inside. I don't know if Outlaw knew he was there. Harper tried to back out of it, but Outlaw kept right on his door, and around they go. Outlaw gets sent to the back.
Outside.
Thomas Green, race leader. Harry Grindell second. Margison now third. Ethan Evers fourth. Harper.
How did I make it through that? I'm dumbfounded what happened just there.
Well, let's find out. Let's ride along and find out how the Easton's transportation car made it through there. If it would let me stay on the correct driver. Here he is right behind it all. A bunch of Fords working together. Harper tries to go to the inside of the 9 car, then it gets really tight, run out of room. And then the 9 goes around, and that's how Margison got through there. It was close between him and the 9 car as the 9 spun. Oof, that was tight. Let's try to watch it further back. Right along with Lilith Peters through here. Everyone comes down the track. Some folks get taken out from that. Looks like Ian Montrose. Mikey gets into the 39 of Horton, goes down to the inside. I think it's clobbered by the 30 of Peter Therio, and into the wall goes Edwards. JR has the right paint scheme for me. It looks like JR Deal came down to try and get draft off the 3 car. Did not know he was 3 wide. And that mistake cost him 20 spots as he goes to the back.
Michael, did you really have to turn it?
I've been having the same issue.
Over? Like after we wrecked.
Sounds like Therio Rex Edwards after the wreck.
Congratulations, Cliff. You're probably not going to get all your laps back, but you just got 1.
Excuse me, I have 2 back now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Wow. Therio just right into Edwards, says Edwards had missed the wreck. Never slowed down and destroyed the 14. 14 showing his opinion about that. So definitely some beef going on. We're going to go into overtime, which means we got to watch the fuel on this 8 car. Going to be iffy. Remember when I said 10 laps ago, I think Thomas Green will win this race? I'm starting to look smart, but I think I probably just jinxed it. No one else took a driver.
I'm going to take top 2.
Thomas Green going to choose the top. Grindel will have to swap to the bottom.
I don't know if it's just me, Green, but whenever you key up, I can't hear anything.
Oh no, my mic is a little iffy.
Sounds like he's whispering.
Do what?
Very faint.
Sounds like he's up past his bedtime and doesn't want his mom to hear
He's
him.
very shy, Harry. You gotta, like, give him time, okay?
I'm really shy. Hey, buddy.
Hope you find
Just
your
make sure your mic's
dad.
not broken or anything.
I appreciate it.
So Green and Grindel front row.
Everyone set their football lineup.
Murchison and Evers row 2. Harper Cleaver row 3. Wolfenbarger Catalano row 4. Horton Talmadge row 5. Richak Montrose row 6. Peters Clapper row 7. Stevens Wilson row 8. Scherer Elston row 9. Deal Clapper Newell row 10. Edwards took a ton of damage repair back out on the track. Dario still sits on the pit lane. He's got required, I am sure.
Yeah, I only hit you because I couldn't see anything.
Well, maybe if you don't see anything, you shouldn't hit anybody. Tuck your shit.
It's hard to see, guys. I
Mark-
can't see through smoke.
Murchison and Clapper Newell
Maybe
get
when you
along
see
so well.
smoke, you hit the brakes.
Maybe we should just let Murchison
Well,
drive
okay,
all the
put out gas
cars.
pedal.
Murchison seems to know
Oh,
how to
I
drive every
appreciate-
car.
I appreciate the apology, though.
Pace car heading off. Now we get green white checker attempt number 1. We can use up to 3 of them. Hopefully we can make a lap under green. Then whatever happens, happens. Green flag back in the air. Thomas Green gets the jump over Grindel. Trying to bring Ethan Evers with him. See where Evers decides to go if he gets clear of Harry Grindel. He does. Grindel's going to move up in front of Cleaver. That leaves Murchison on the inside line. As the high line quickly developed, the inside line completely gone. Now Ethan Evers drops to the bottom. It's going to take Grindel and Cleaver with them, leaving Thomas Green out to dry. They head down into turn 3, 3 wide. Talmadge, Wolfenbarger, and Montrose. They get that settled. Ethan Evers in the 8. Leads Harry Grindel in the 2 of Cleaver. Grindel sandwiched between 2 teammates here. Wolfenbarger to the outside of the 4 of Catalano. So we're going to make it to the white flag before a yellow flag. A lot of 2 and 3 wide racing towards the back. Catalano has been peeled off of this top trio. They are 3 wide for 4th. Here comes Harper on the high side. He's going to drop to the middle inexplicably. I think that high line was where he needed to stay in front of Thomas Green. Thomas Green's going to have a run here. Don't know it's going to be enough to get these top 3. Catalano's moved up. It's going to stall out the top line. Green goes to the middle. They're going to wreck. They're going to get Cody Cleaver. That's all going to be a calamity as now Evers and Grindel, the last 2 standing. Evan Clapper too far back to do anything about this top 2 battle. Where will Harry Grindel attempt to make the move? There it is. Ethan Evers going to go up, give him a bit of a side draft, come back up. Now he's going to have to pull back Grindel, then dive to the bottom to get away. And hope he's the one that gets to the line first. It's Grindel at the line. Harry Grindel wins at Talladega. Ethan Evers second. Evan Clapper comes home third.
Show, Ethan.
I think Clapper, Evers needed to stay up there a little bit longer to pull back Grindel, then dive down.
You disappeared the entirety of turns 3 and 4. Yeah.
Well, the 3 appears to take over 4th. Elston
I think
5th.
we could have made a run at them if that didn't happen.
Harper wrecked. Candy is happy. Harry Grindel gets the win at Talladega. Let's go get him while he's still pumped up.
Good win, Harry.
Well, Harry, you pulled that one out of the bag. How'd you get it done?
I don't know. I pushed the ever-living crap out of Ethan to have him all to myself, and then they died to death into turn 3, and I had him all to myself. Cherry pulled out at turn 4 on the side draft,
It did not
Lee,
look good for you because you had two teammates and you for a long while there, but then next thing you know, the two car is gone and it's just a one-on-one, and you had it from there, it seemed.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I forgot Cody was my teammate. To be honest, I was just kind of doing all night tonight, kind of like, kind of biding my time, kind of take care of myself. So yeah, I was completely in lone wolf mode right there. I was just pushing the hell out of Ethan so that, I'd get to dictate kind of what move I made and when, and I wasn't quite anticipating the field to die, but pulled it off perfectly.
Well, good job there. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
Yeah, it's a Kamikaze, Centered Hosting, Soyo, to Catco Racing, Chance to Extreme, Low-Timed Motorsports and Low-Timed Engines, yourself. It's Fleet that sponsor this series. I'm not going to mess it up like I did last time I won. It's Fleet, 911 Fleet Services that sponsor this. A huge shout out to them. And who is it that manages the Cup Series?
The guy you just beat?
Escaped me. The guy does Ethan. Oh, that is tough. But huge thank you to Ethan for putting all of this on.
All right, bud. Congrats on the win, and get on out of here and enjoy it.
Thank you.
Track down the 8 car, Ethan Evers, if we can find him. If ATVO would stop locking up, that'd be great. Find the 8 car out there on track somewhere. Johnny Outlaw with the raid. Appreciate you, my friend. Keeps going to Mike Edwards' car for some reason. There's Ethan. Oh, I get a cleaver, trust me. Let's go ahead and pull up Ethan Evers. Ethan, DG, got a copy?
Hello.
Well, that one had to bite, my friend. What did you maybe need to do to hold off Harry?
Once I saw him wrecked, I knew I was kind of not in a good spot. But it is what it is. I didn't want to wreck Harry. Let's just put it that way. I didn't want to squeeze him in the wall. I didn't want to net code anything like that. So I just pulled away from him and hoped for the shorter distance, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, I think you needed to squeeze him a little bit longer once he got alongside you to try and pull him back with a side draft and then drop down. But I mean, if it was me, I would try to block him a little sooner and probably wrecked us both. So at least you get second out of it.
I didn't want that to happen and it's like net code or something
right.
ruin the day. So I was like, it is what it is. I don't have numbers or anything like that, and he had the draft. So, I mean, yeah, I could have side drafted him or squeezed him or anything, but I had too much respect for Harry to do that. So I just let it be what it was.
10-4. Well, congrats on a strong run tonight, bringing home P2. Good points tonight. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us?
Yeah, shout out to Delta Prime and all the guys that raced with us tonight. I think we showed some good team strategy, even though these races don't work out for us sometimes. But shout out to them for sticking around and being as much of a team as we can be. Thanks for painting all our cars up, man. Appreciate that. I know you put a lot of time in all that stuff. 911 Fleet Services, before I forget them, because I haven't gotten to shout them out this season. But the guy that also owns that company is my main sponsor, Dockside Rides. And then Light of My Life Candles, Fort Worth Screen Printing, Labor 12, Galactic Goodies, Natural Sources LLC. And then shout out to my dad, recovering pretty good. So happy for that.
Good. That's important. Glad to hear your dad's recovering, my friend. Congrats on that P2 finish, getting all those sponsors in there. Appreciate you and everything you do. I appreciate you running this Cup League for us. We have fun with it, and thank you so much.
Okay, man. Appreciate it.
Ethan Evers getting the P2. Let's go find Evan Clapper if he's hanging out somewhere. Evan. There he is, down in his racing channel. We'll go grab him. Evan, DG in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah. What's up?
Well, you pulled off a third place finish tonight, making it through that cartage with the wreck all unfolding around you. How did you make it through there?
Oh my God. Well, I just kept driving straight, and the seas kind of parted there for me. I had a hell of a run through the field there. I restarted like 20th when there was like 5 laps to go, and then I restarted 14th on the green white checkered. So great run through the field there at the end. Unfortunately, Lilith blinked out in the entirety of turns 3 and 4, so I had no help behind me. I think we could have made a run at the top 2 if we were linked up like we were on the batch stretch. So that's a shame, but P3 is definitely great for where I was at the white flag.
For sure. Well, congrats on that strong run, avoiding the wreck, coming home third once you get past all that carnage. You got friends, family, and sponsor shout-outs for us tonight?
Shout out to my teammate Dan for hanging out during the race. That's all I got.
Perfect. Good job, Dan. Way to be there. All right. Congrats on that P3 finish, and we'll see you in the next race, my friend.
Yep, thanks y'all. Have a good one.
Evan Clapper bringing home P3 tonight. Let's look at our final results from Talladega. We have the winner, Harry Grindell, Ethan Evers, Evan Clapper on the podium. Then we have Lilith Peters, Scott Elson getting top fives, Austin Stevens, Jeremy Scher, J.R. Deal, Jeremy Clapper, and Ian Montrose bringing home top tens. Jarrett Talmadge, Garrett Wolfenberger, Thomas Green, Justin Horton, Brad Wilson, Mike Edwards, Dan Reaperchuk, Zach Margison, Patsy Catalano, and Cody Cleaver, your top 20. Then Nathan Harper, Peter Therio, Jerry Eggman, Jay Richter, Will Asherbrenner, Damon Nagel, and Cliff Mullins all getting credit for starting tonight. Hope you enjoyed the race. Let's go ahead and say this has been iRacing.com. Head on over there, pick up this track and these cars, come race with us. We'd love to have you. Head on over to DGSRacing.com. Click that big red snake. That'll get you to our Discord, and you can sign up to run any of our 9 different series.